Alright, so moving on to the next segment, I'll be sharing my thoughts on the duo of Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharpe officially coming to an end. So to me, this shakes up the whole entire sports world. This shakes up the sports analytics world. This shakes up the sports debate world. This shakes up sports television and when it comes to analysts debating and having the sports show. There was a rivalry truly going on between First Take and Undisputed at one particular point, but this era is coming to an end, and it's coming to an end very, very fast. So Shannon Sharpe and Fox Sports reached an agreement to buy out his contract, and he will officially be departing from Undisputed after the NBA Finals. So once the NBA Finals is concluded, once the NBA Finals is over, that will be officially be the end of Shannon Sharpe being a part of Fox Sports, and that will officially be the end of the undisputed run between Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharpe. So we're already heading into Game 3 of the NBA Finals. There's really not much time left for Shannon Sharpe to be teaming up with Skip Bayless on Undisputed. And the duo is officially coming to an end. The duo of Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharpe, I do believe, had a great run. I do believe at one point they were they were competing very well with First Take. This was a sports show that I learned a lot from. I did love watching Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharpe debate against each other. I learned a lot from both of these guys. Someone that does the podcast, learning from the greats, the best sports analysts that the world has to offer. I learned a lot from these two guys, and I will say they had a lot of great moments together, a lot of great segments, a lot of great debates over the years between Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharpe. So it's going to be something that a 6-year run that they had together. They both have nothing to be ashamed of. It was one great run, but the run took a turn for the worse, and I'll get to that later on in the segment. But dating back to how Undisputed came together, Skip Bayless was a free agent and decided to leave First Take. He used to be Stephen A's tag team partner on First Take, and he decided to leave ESPN and First Take and take his talents as Fox Sports to start something new, something fresh, a new Undisputed show that he would have his partners, the Hall of Fame tight end Shannon Sharpe. The two had great chemistry over the years. Both had a lot of things going together. They both built a friendship. They both built a relationship outside of the business. And like I said, it's hard to see these guys split up the way they're splitting up. They had a lot of great moments together. Bond was truly created I do believe, was created between the two. But am I really surprised that this is coming to an end? No. Am I surprised that Shannon Sharpe is leaving Undisputed? No. Did I see this coming? Absolutely, from a mile away. The whole entire world, if you follow sports, if you follow the top sports analysts in the world, if you follow the top sports shows in the world, everyone knew that the relationship between Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharpe was definitely on borrowed time. We all knew this day was coming very, very soon over the actions that took place between the two. So over the last few months, I've truly been disgusted of how Skip Bayless has disrespected Shannon Sharpe, his tag team partner, the guys that they're a team, and you can't go out on national television and disrespect your co-host, your partner on national television like this. Skip Bayless has crossed the line on Shannon Sharpe several times. We've seen it, and I can count several segments. I'm going to keep it short, sweet, and to the point of the segments that stood out to me the most. We've seen that Skip Bayless has always protected Baker Mayfield like he was his long-lost son since he was the former first overall pick in the 2018 draft. We've seen that Skip Bayless was serving and protecting Baker Mayfield on several attempts, and Shannon Sharpe was calling Baker Mayfield out on he was calling Skip Bayless out on his debates, and Skip Bayless had to go back to the past of the best 11 games that the world has saw of Baker Mayfield when they're talking about the modern day Baker Mayfield that was cut by the Carolina Panthers and had to go to a second team in the middle of the season to the Los Angeles Rams. Skip Bayless wasn't having it. He was being disrespectful to Shannon Sharpe. That's one time. Another time I noticed was after Week 6 of the Dallas Cowboys and Philadelphia Eagles game. The Eagles won that game, and Shannon Sharpe was going out there doing his job. He was debating with Skip Bayless about how the game went. And Skip Bayless, you are 71 years old. You cannot be on that set on national television going blah, 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 cutting off someone that you're getting paid to do sports debates with. If you're losing a sports debate, fight back. Go have a counter argument. You can't go up there and go blah, 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 like a 5-year-old toddler up there disrespecting your co-host. Then one of the biggest ones, I think this one was truly one of the ones that was it for Shannon Sharpe. In December, when Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers got blown out to the San Francisco 49ers 35-7 and Brock Purdy's first NFL start, Tom Brady played horrible out there. And Shannon Sharpe stated nothing but facts. And what did Skip Bayless do? He was getting mad he's losing a sports debate. He went out there and said that Tom Brady is better than what you ever were. You're jealous of him. Shannon Sharpe is arguing back with him. How you going to disrespect me like that? He's an NFL Hall of Famer. He has 3 Super Bowls. And Skip Bayless is going to compare a quarterback to a tight end saying he was way better than you were. Can you not congratulate your co-host? Can you not congratulate the fact that y'all have been a good tag team duo for 6 years? Can you not acknowledge the fact that you're blessed enough to have someone that has been a part of the game of football, a 3-time Super Bowl champion, an NFL Hall of Famer, one of the best tight ends to ever do it, and you're sitting here disrespecting him like that and saying, and he took his glasses off in frustration, and you're gonna sit there and tell him, put your glasses back on. You cannot do that on national television. I don't care who you are. You cannot disrespect the man that's paid doing his job the right way, and you're mad that you're losing a sports debate. I applaud Shannon Sharpe for continuing to go to work and continuing to do the rest of the show after that point. But I think the really icing on the cake was the entire Damar Hamlin situation. The whole entire world that night when Damar Hamlin went down and had a cardiac arrest on that Cincinnati Bengals field, the whole entire world was in pause in the football community. Everybody was pulling for this man. And out of all people, Skip Bayless is going to pull out his phone and tweet the game should be continued despite the fact of what is happening to Damar Hamlin. Were those exact words? Absolutely not. But he wanted the game to continue after someone nearly lost his life on the field, and the players didn't even know if he was going to make it or not. So why would they go out there and play a whole football game? Skip Bayless was being selfish for his love of the game of football and tweeted the game should have been continued. Shannon Sharpe was having none of it. He didn't even show up to work the next day. Skip Bayless was absolutely embarrassed. He was in shock that Shannon Sharpe didn't come to work, and he had to basically debate with himself for the next 2.5 hours because Shannon Sharpe didn't come to work. Then 2 days later, instead of apologizing to Shannon Sharpe on national television about his actions, about his tweets, he comes as Shannon Sharpe because Shannon Sharpe was standing up with what he thought in his heart was right, what he thought was the right thing to do when not showing up to work. Skip Bayless go sit there and disrespect him on national television again. I knew after that it was only a matter of time that Shannon Sharpe had enough of Skip Bayless's tactics. He had enough of the disrespect. He had enough of Skip Bayless trying to pull his way around, pull his strings around. And we have seen that in Undisputed, and it's very unfortunate that we have seen these two about to split up over some petty stuff, over someone that cannot respect someone else. If you're getting your butt kicked in a sports debate, you got it. Bring your fire and bring your ammunition to the next battle, the next war in the sports debate. You got the luxury of doing a job that people like myself dream to have, and you go up there and disrespect that NFL Hall of Famer, one of the best tight ends to ever do it because he's beating your butt in a sports debate. That's just sad and pathetic to me, but I do believe that my thoughts on how Undisputed has displayed over the last few years, like I said, it was one of my favorite shows, sports debate shows to watch. Yes, over the years it was. But over the years, especially over the last 2 years, the show has really became stale. You could tell the chemistry was dying between Shannon Sharpe and Skip Bayless. The show became very repetitive, and we found out that Skip Bayless has a lot of control over what segments are said in the show. It only takes somebody a week to watch sit down and watch the show to know that there are too many repetitive segments of LeBron James, Tom Brady, and the Dallas Cowboys. The 3 main segments a part of each weekly show of Undisputed, and it's most of the time Skip Bayless would serve and protect Tom Brady on any given chance that he truly had. And there's no way that there's so much going on in the sports world. There's no way there's so much going on in college sports, NBA, NFL, baseball, combat sports that you can really only talk about LeBron James, Tom Brady, and the Dallas Cowboys more than anything else going in the sports world. I even cover more on this podcast. I'm more creative than what Skip Bayless has been. I say that with all due respect, but you cannot have the luxury of talking about LeBron James, someone that you absolutely disliked your whole entire analyst career since he's became a big star in the NBA. You cannot sit there and serve and protect Tom Brady your whole entire sports analyst career, because now what do you have? Tom Brady done walked away. What flavor? What more flavor does Skip Bayless truly have? And the Dallas Cowboys. Everybody talks about the Dallas Cowboys. Stand out and talk about something different. Talk about the rising teams. Talk about the younger teams that could come up and potentially be a threat in the NFL. No, it was LeBron James, Tom Brady, Dallas Cowboys, repeat, repeat, repeat. And the show, that is one of the reasons why the show became stale and less creative than all the other sports analyst shows, all the other shows that I pay attention to. So, but with that being said, I'll be sharing my thoughts on what I truly believe could be next for Shannon Sharpe. Well, he has endless opportunities for him if he goes to ESPN. He could be on First Take. We have seen that Stephen A. Smith has truly recruited Shannon Sharpe to be a part of First Take if he decides to jump ship and join ESPN. Or there's a new ESPN show led by Pat McAfee. Pat McAfee will absolutely love to team up with Shannon Sharpe if he wants to join the Pat McAfee show and mix it up. There's endless ways for Shannon Sharpe to turn his career. By any means, I don't think he's done talking about the game of sports, because he's one of the best out there, and has found his second career after being one of the best tight ends in NFL history. But I do believe that Shannon Sharpe could be on his way to launching his own sports network. He already has his own sports podcast, and if that's the case, Shannon Sharpe, give me a call. I'm available. I'd like to be a part of the team. Call me up. I will not let you down, But I do believe that the future is truly bright for Shannon Sharpe, and it's going to be some great things that I do believe that Shannon Sharpe is going to give us in the near future. He's already posted on social media. The seeds are being planted for his next step, for his next move in the future. I do believe that Shannon Sharpe still has a lot to offer in the sports world and on his own podcast, Club Shay Shay. So what's next for Skip Bayless? I'm gonna say this with all due respect. Skip Bayless is one of my favorite sports analysts of all time, personally. But he's became stale, like I said. He doesn't really have much left to offer at this particular point in his career. I really think it's time for Skip Bayless to ride off and retire and ride it off in the sunset. He's already 71 years old. He's been around the sports world for years. There's reports right now saying that Skip Bayless is truly having a hard time finding another tag team partner to continue the Undisputed show, having a tag team partner on a weekly basis. If you cannot find a tag team partner very, very soon, the chances of Undisputed are being the end of Undisputed on Fox Sports it could be a true reality, because the NBA Finals is not going to last much longer. We're already heading into Game 3. When you do the math on it, if it takes up to that point to Game 7, there's only 3-4 games left in the entire series. And once Game 7 is done, that is the end of Shannon Sharpe at Undisputed. So Skip Bayless is having a hard time to find his replacement. If he can't find a replacement soon, I do think it's truly time for him to retire. But Skip Bayless does deserve his flowers. He is the godfather of sports debate shows, and will forever be one of the greatest sports analysts of all time, whether you like him or dislike him. What he has left behind for the sports analysts to grow, and he's changed the culture of sports debate shows. He gave Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharpe and several others their big break in the sports world. Skip Bayless does deserve his flowers, but I do believe it's time to hang up the boots. I do believe it's time to enjoy retirement. I do believe we're at the end of the road for Skip Bayless and his sports analyst career. But those are my thoughts of Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharpe splitting up and Shannon Sharpe leaving Fox Sports and leaving Undisputed. We will see what's in store for the future for both respective guys.